You can't get away so easy! I've got powers you've never dreamt about before you!
What the Well, the Yuen Clan are back, and Eureka has presented two insane martial arts movies that you guys are going to love. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we got a spoiler-free review and an unboxing of Eureka's newest release of two films that are beyond insane. It is the Two Taoist Tales, the Taoism Drunkard and the Taoism Fighter, which is part of the Miracle Fighters, which they also put out, which I did a review of, and you can check it out right here. Now, this just came out today, and you can pick it up from Diabolic DVD, MVD. I got all the links and everything down below. So we'll talk about what I think about these films, both individually, and then I'll get into the unboxing of both of them and what the ingredients and features and everything and how this film looked and all that other stuff afterwards. So let's get into it. So first, I want to preface this with the fact that there is technically and loosely part of the Miracle Fighters, which was the first film that they did, the Yuen Clan. They actually had another movie come out because this one was directed by Wo Ping, and he is a famous director and choreographer, and he did another movie in between these two films, okay? And that one was called Shaolin Drunkard, and it was from 1983, aka Miracle Fighters 2. Now, that one was about a half man, half demon that was being guarded by a drunken Shaolin magician, they call him. He was named Chan at the Shaolin Temple, and he's so drunk that one day someone sneaks in and unleashes the half demon thing from his cage. And Chan and his friend Yen and his bride-to-be, plus Grandma Yao from the first Miracle Fighters, helped Chan to capture the evil magician and return him back to Shaolin. Now, I got to watch that separately, and I highly recommend that you check it out. There is a copy that is up on Prime Video. Just type in Shaolin Drunkard, and you'll find it, or you can watch it up on YouTube. I don't know why that one is not being put out by Eureka, but if they ever put it out, I'm picking it up because it's awesome. Now, I'm not going to do a review of that one, but I'm just telling you, you might want to watch that one first, even though the characters are not exactly the same. They're wearing the same clothes. It's really strange what they did. It's a good movie, and it's definitely a part of these, in my opinion. Like, if I were to put it on my shelf, I would definitely include it in between these two discs. Now, Taoism Drunkard, which is on the new one here, aka Miracle Fighters 3, which came out in 1984, and it's directed by Chun Yan Yun, who actually, Yun is the guy acted as Grandma and the drunken Shaolin guy in the second movie, and here he is coming back as Grandma and the drunken Shaolin guy again in Taoism Drunkard. This one is essentially about an incorrigible drunkard kung fu expert, the same guy from the second one I mentioned, who brings to the story all the rites and rituals of religion, plus the foibles and cunning of a common man into one glorious long laugh. Essentially, he has to go help and find some young virgin kid to help ward off some sort of evil again that is attacking the temple. And it's similar to the second one that I was mentioning, but a little bit different. Same two actors, different names. I don't know why. But the guy who plays the Grandma and the drunken Taoist is the same actor, and he's also the director for this movie, part of the Yuen Clan, which they just made a ton of movies together in the 80s of all these like crazy magical kung fu. It's like a hybrid of everything. There's like so many different types of things in it. It just becomes one big entertaining film. A lot of the people in the later part of the 80s, and I think early 90s, I think it started, was the wushu style, which wasn't as magical. Jet Li had a couple of movies that had some of that magical spice to it. It was called the Kung Fu Cult Master, which I absolutely love, but these ones were kind of like the start of it. The Miracle Fighters started that whole magical thing and were really kind of pushing it. So they mixed like comedy, kung fu, martial arts, wushu, magical, horror, fantasy, all of it stuffed into one big freaking movie. And this one is a really wild one. The pacing on it is super fast. It is just going at you at a mile a minute. Yet Chor Yin is the kid that's in the movie who looks up to grandma and works with drunken Taoist guy. And he's really good. Like, I think he's an underrated actor, and he's very much got a lot of charm that like Jet Li had, in my opinion, but sillier. You know, this is obviously a sillier movie. It's much more leaning on just ridiculousness and just doing anything they can. They literally just throw everything at you. There's even a monster in here that looks like a Bomba from Nintendo's Mario Brothers. He actually is just like this little black thing with red lips, and they call him the Banana Man or Banana Monster. And then another one's like the Watermelon Monster. It doesn't make any sense, but essentially it's supposed to be the ball from Indiana Jones that chased after Indy. And they put it in this movie for some reason as a living creature that likes to try to bite off people's junk and their chest, and it's got these tentacles that it waves around. It is insane. Like, there is just some wild stuff in it. There's also another guy who has like a ball with balls inside of it, and he calls it like a shadow, some sort of shadow style, but he throws it at people, and it kind of like all these balls go everywhere in the movie, and it's so awesome. Like, there's just so many crazy things that happen in these films that it is just impossible not to enjoy. I had to turn off the subtitles and put on the English dubs, because you get both in both of these movies, because it's just too hard to follow. There is just so much going on the screen. It's best to just watch it with the dubs, in my opinion, unless you speak the language that it is. Now, I really like this one. I would say this one's almost comparable to the first one and the second one, but I'll give you my order later, but I would say this one is just slightly similar to the second one that isn't included in this set, that isn't technically a Miracle Fighter movie, but it is. Taoism Drunkard, which is the first one on this set, is about an 8 out of 10, and I loved it. It's fun. It's just really fun. Now, the next one, the Young Taoism Fighter, which is AKA Miracle Fighters 4 from 1986, is about a mischievous martial arts disciple that constantly breaks the rules, including helping a female martial artist defeat an evil rival kung fu master named Wu. They even have a character by the name of Sifu in it, kind of like the video game. I don't know if that's like a regular character, but this one is also not directed by the Yuen Clan, even though it is very much a Yuen Clan film. His name is Chi Hua Shen, who worked with Jackie Chan on a lot of different movies. It is a very different style than the other movies that I've been mentioning, but it still has a lot of the wonderful like martial arts, the like choreography and wild stuff in the film. It's just not as like crazy all the time, so you're gonna have a little bit more of a story in this one, and it didn't do as well as the other movies. In fact, it did a lot less than the last movie before it. It actually did 10 times better than this film, but don't let that fool you. This one's still a really good film, and there is some amazing like choreography in this one that I really enjoyed. This one reminded me more of a Jet Li film, because you're really not getting a lot of the characters that you got in the series from the last film or the one before that, or even in Miracle Fighters. So it's a little different, but I really liked it, and I still would give this a 7 out of 10. All of them in order, I would say, is how my order of films and what I like about each and every one of them. There's a little bit of a difference in each of them. They do all kinds of wild things in each of these movies. It is probably one of my favorite new franchises that I've never seen. I'm like so thankful that Eureka put these out, because man, these are amazing. I absolutely love them. I've been a fan of like the wushu stuff, but I also kind of like some of this magical stuff. So if you're into martial arts, comedy, and like a lot of really amazing like choreography and just wild, bizarre stuff on the screen, this is a must. Like, it's seriously 10 out of 10 buy to get these two movies on one set. It's awesome. And if you haven't also gotten the Miracle Fighters, I have a playlist down below. If you guys want me to do the sort of sequel, the Shaolin Drunkard, let me know, and maybe I'll come back and do a review of that movie for this. But I love this release. I think this is a fantastic release. And if you don't have the Miracle Fighters in this release, you're missing out. I'm not just saying that, like, I love these films. I think I gave Miracle Fighters an 8.5. So it's a fantastic series. All of them would be like 8s pretty much, except for the last one. Amazon, wherever you want, definitely get this if you haven't gotten it before. I'm gonna go over some of the ingredients on it. This is, of course, Region A, so it is the US. Both of these are, by the way. So, but yeah, thank you MVD Entertainment and Eureka. Eureka's been kicking ass, man. Let's get into the extras and I'll tell you what I think. First up, I'm just going to say up front, these movies look amazing compared to the DVD counterparts and any kind of, version I've seen online. Like, it has some scratches and things here and there. They did the best that they could do with some stuff, but it looks phenomenal. You're not going to notice it at all. I think I noticed like a couple of things in like the fourth film or the second one in this set, but it's so minor. It's just like regular stuff that's on the screen. Otherwise, these look fantastic. Honestly, the best way to watch these films in any of the series. All right, guys, so now I'm going to go over the extras on this. They're pretty basic for the most part, but they're lengthy and they're very solid, very poignant, like informative stuff for these two movies. I think it's actually a lot considering you get two separate discs on here. First of all, you get the cover, which just has a mix of the two movies on the front of it. I think it looks really good. You also have like the little creature in the middle there. Here also have the side and the back, which I'll tell you the special features in a little bit here. We also have underneath, we have a reversible sleeve. There is, of course, the Taoism Drunkard, which has the little ball guy, the little banana man, banana monster, whatever he is. And then on the other side is the Young Taoism Fighter, which is the second movie in the set. So you can use either or. I just have it on the first one. So inside you'll see that you get two discs in two separate things. There's like an extra carriage in here. Second one there. And on the left, you get a little booklet here. Which the booklet, it is The Return of the Fighters, ? By Daniel O'Brien. And you also get Flying Kicks and Thunder Magic by Katarzyna Ankuta, the viewing notes and the release credits on this one. But yeah, we'll just go through some of the pictures on here. You can see all the wonderful stuff in this crazy set of films that you can read about, which is fantastic. There's a lot of people that were involved in these films that went on to do other things and who got really famous to do, choreography and other stuff that you would not even believe. Like a lot of Hollywood productions and things like that too. So Charlie's Angels is one of them. The actual grandmother in the movie who also plays the drunk Taoist. He's actually one of the guys that choreographed some of the Charlie's Angels stuff, I think, what they were saying. So pretty interesting. Also, there are some extra features that we get here. So both of them have 1080p from the brand new 2K restoration. There's the original Cantonese and optional English dub tracks, so you can watch either of them. Both of them are in original mono presentations. There's also English subtitles for like the backgrounds and things you can read, as well as just English subtitles for everything. Newly translated, by the way, so it's all brand new. And they got audio commentaries that are brand new for both of the films from East Asian film expert Frank Zhang, who is fantastic. He can tell you everything about these two movies. and you will enjoy what he has to say about it because he knows a lot about it. But that's from he's from New York's Asian Film Festival. Brand new audio commentaries on both films by action cinema experts Mike Leader and Arnie Venema. Got brand new interviews with filmmaker and critic James Mudge, who does one for each of the movies on either of the discs for each of the movies. Trailers, obviously the reversible sleeve artwork, and the booklet that is included, which is limited edition, writing on these movies by the Spooky Encounters author Daniel O'Brien and Southeast Asian horror expert Katazaina Ankuda. So big release, very interesting to listen and watch these extras. I didn't get to sit and watch the whole thing again because I had to do 2 movies for one release. But I'm telling you guys, when I really like something, I'm definitely going to boost it. And this is one of those things that most people will just skip because they don't realize just what they have here until they see it, because it's kind of like VR. Unless you experience it, you just don't understand. So hopefully that'll kind of pique your interest and make you interested, okay? But yeah, thank you so much, MVD Entertainment and Eureka. Keep it coming with these releases, Eureka, because I absolutely adore them. And I think they're really just doing a fantastic job for these releases. If you haven't picked up, they have a whole catalog of stuff. Some stuff that's in Region B, some of it's in A. We typically, through MVD, get those, the Region A ones. But they do have other releases that are also, in like other regions and stuff. So you might want to check in their list because they have a ton of stuff that you might want to get. But yeah, let me know what you think. Have you guys seen these films? Like, has anybody seen these films? And if you have, sound off and let me know some other films that I should watch. I've heard about movies like Dreadnought and a couple of other ones, but yeah, I am hungry for this kind of stuff. So if you got any Yuen Clan fan like stuff that I should check out, let me know. But yeah, thanks so much for coming by, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I've got some more stuff coming to you very soon that I'm very excited about, including VHS Beyond and Uzumaki series coming up very soon. So keep your eyes out, and thanks for coming by. And as always, long live the void.